and welcome to my kitchen.
I was born and raised in the South, in a city, and now I live in the Midwest on a farm, and I love it. Other things I love are Jesus, my family, and everything food. I'm so glad you decided to join me today.
Miss Randy Roo loves to cook, doesn't she?
She does. She likes to gnaw on all of the containers. So these are what Blake calls made with love.
And this is the kitchen in your new digs.
Yes.
So Madeline, what are we going to make today in your kitchen?
This recipe book, Savannah, my older sister, got me when we moved in together back in college. Oh. Savannah, knowing that my love language was gifts, would always get me little gifts. I have the best chocolate cake that Blake and I discovered. We just went through a baking phase in our relationship for days.
Nice. And I love that Savannah and you were moving into the same apartment as roommates, but she still got you a housewarming gift.
Yes. If I was going to be there when she got home, she'd like stop by and she'd buy me a cookie or something.
Aww.
So that's a really fun memory from us living together.
So Madeline, what are we going to need for the best chocolate cake?
We'll need
Flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, baking powder, salt, butter, eggs, vanilla, sour cream, powdered sugar, and milk.
Rainey and I make dinner every night together, and sometimes we make breakfast. So Rainey made some waffles with me, and she is a big helper. This is an up seat. You want to make sure if you use one of these seats that it's in the middle of your island and you don't walk away, obviously. But I like to give her something bottom heavy to topple over and kind of play with while we cook.
Woo! She's brilliant.
Put in different places, great cause and effect.
Great cause and effect.
I might move her so you're even more in the picture.
You can see her a little bit better.
6 months, we're gonna start baby-led weaning.
Oh!
Give them like a whole steak and they gnaw on it and get the juices.
You know, it's fascinating the things that people come up with. You know, we should always be teachable.
You know, we also dance in the kitchen.
Yes.
We like to buy these very convenient pre-cut sheets that are oven safe. And we just take out 2 of them. And I just place those in there.
Okay, so you don't cut it, you just put it in?
Nope, this is what you do.
I love that, so easy.
Oh yeah, that's how I do brownies too. So we have 2 cups of the flour. With flour, you don't want to scoop with your measuring cup because it packs it down.
What's Mama doing?
What do you think? Well, we had a little costume change because of course my little dolly.
Madeline, you've wanted to be a mom your whole life.
I have. That's not an exaggeration.
It's so true. And Randy Roo has costume changes several a day.
She gets a little drool or a little spit up. I don't want her to be uncomfortable. And we're gonna whisk together that with the cocoa powder, which is 1 cup.
That's so fun. Okay, so
she's watching.
Cocoa powder. Look at all the synapses
She's
firing.
watching.
Ooh.
Now, cocoa powder is one of the messiest ingredients out there.
Woo!
There we go.
There we go.
Look, she's looking at you. I saw this one mom. She made mud and she put cocoa powder, cornstarch, and water and mixed it together. And her kids, they did mud with their cars.
What fun. We're definitely doing that.
Another thing that I do is I clean as I go. So
Oh,
there's
should
some
I?
little stuff.
You want your kids to be better
I'm
than
giving you the
you.
rating.
Oh my gracious.
Just because I clean as I go. One, if I have a dirty dish, I'll put it right in the dishwasher.
Why can't Shani?
So next we're gonna add the salt. I just do a little sprinkling.
Blake is an amazing cook.
Blake is an amazing cook.
Did he cook growing up?
Nope. He just kind of started when we got together and he was like, oh, I can't cook, but all you do to cook is follow a recipe. And he was great at that.
That's a great point.
So he doesn't say that anymore because he used to say it all the time. And finally I was like, hun, what do you mean by that? He's like, oh, well, I can't make up my own recipes. And I was like, yes, most people can't do that.
Actually, most people aren't brave enough to do it. I bet people could if they tried.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so fun.
He thought that's what cooking was. Cooking is following a recipe. It's, following directions.
I love that. Well, I mean, I'm not always good at following directions.
You're going to use a fork to aerate everything.
Ooh.
Okay, so now
We're getting the big bowl.
big
These
bowl.
bowls are so pretty, Madeline. Did you get these when you were married?
Yes. Most of the stuff in our home is from our wedding.
I love
Except
that.
for the rain stuff. That's actually the majority of the stuff in our home right now is rain. Next is a separate bowl. Cream the butter, sugar until light and fluffy. So for the butter, we have 2 sticks.
I love that.
And then let's see, how much sugar do we need?
Oh, all the sugar.
2 cups.
You're carrying a lot of sugar right now, just saying. I'm amazed at the things you reach and the things you...
I was amazed at becoming a mom, how many things you do one-handed. And then we add 2 cups of that.
Pour it in. God made sugar. I mean, he did.
You did.
How many times a day do you warm up your coffee, Madeline?
You know what? I don't count, but it is quite often. Very much.
Rainey loves to hold hands. She's always holding somebody's hand.
She's very touch-oriented.
She is.
My goodness. Yeah. Is that right? What else? Yeah. Say some more.
Yeah, she's talking. Oh, so sweet. Gotta hold Rainey Rue's hand while we cream it together. Oh, nice. One hand cracks both of them. I love that.
She's got her rag.
She does.
She's ready to work.
She is. I told you children love to clean naturally. We just need to let them, safely help us do a few little things and not worry that they don't do a perfect job, right?
Yep. Amen.
Amen.
So that we're gonna add 1 egg at a time.
Oh, okay. Should
And then until it's fully, yep.
Oh, nice.
Until
Okay.
it's fully incorporated. And
Then the
then
baby holds the book. Vanilla. Oh, she's so fascinated by
she's
this mixer.
so interested.
Can we add one more egg, Mama?
There we go.
Okay. Woo.
And then this is all done, so I'm gonna put it right into my dishwasher.
I love that you're cleaning while you're cooking.
And I run it at night and I unload it in the morning first thing.
Oh, first thing.
Well, first thing,
That's
we feed
amazing.
Rainey, change
Right,
her diaper, and then we put her on our little play mat. And Mama does the dishes while we listen. We're right now on Luke. We listen to Luke, our little Bible app. I always just kind of eyeball the vanilla.
I like that. Ooh, that's good.
Can't touch it with this smell.
She liked the smell.
She's like, I like that.
And then we have 1.5 cups sour cream. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this all together.
Get all that good fermented things in sour cream.
Exactly. And this is great for the texture of your cake. It's gonna keep it moist.
Ooh.
That's why we're adding the sour cream.
Love it. I love sour cream added no matter what.
1.5 cups. There we go.
Oh, I love
And then
it.
would you like to
Sure. Do you want me to?
mix this together, fold it in.
Oh, fold it in. Okay.
It won't really be folding it. It'll be more mixing just with the spatula.
Sure.
Add in our
dry
dry ingredients.
Okay. Do you add it all at the same time?
I do.
Okay.
It says
do
to
it.
do it a little bit at a time, but there's no real reason except to prevent all this. One day I was making, honestly, I think it was brownies, and Rain had just had a bath, and I had my wet ingredients and my dry ingredients, and I put her feet in it, and we stirred it with her feet. She thought it was so fun.
What a great sensory exercise.
She thought it was the best.
What has been your biggest surprise about motherhood?
Well, I always loved kids, but not like you get used to them, but they're just like part of your day. I have never gotten over her. Every morning when I see her, I'm always like, oh my goodness. I'm not over what a gift she is yet. I still look at Blake and I'm like, I can't believe she's ours. She's not like ours. Like God's like loaning her to us, entrusting her to us. We split the batter. And
Sure. Okay, I'm just dumping it in. I've never thought about not cutting the parchment in the shape of a circle, but it's so easy and fun.
And you can grab the edges and lift it out when it's done.
Oh, so easy. What do you? Oh, Rainey Rue's helping. She's a big help. Her cuteness just helps.
So we're gonna put them in the oven for 30 minutes on 350.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna beat together the butter and vanilla. And it calls for 1.5 cups of butter for this buttercream frosting. And it is a tablespoon of vanilla that goes in here. So this is a tablespoon. Wake windows for 4-month-olds are about 2 hours max, and we are gonna hit that in about 10 minutes. He loves watching this. That is perfect. Next, we're gonna add our cocoa powder, just 1/2 cup. It's funny, she goes to bed super easy for naps if it's just me, but if Blake's home or, Lovey or Pops or, anyone that she knows, if she's been playing with them, she always gets offended when it's time to be put down. But if it's just me, I'll put her down, put her sound machine on, sing her a song, and then go, and then I'll watch her on her little monitor, fall asleep, or maybe play with her passy. But if people are here and it's a party and I go to lay her down, she's kind of like, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Play too.
Right. She's like, I don't know about this. You always do cocoa powder on low. This arm.
I love when she's
so
really
sweet.
relaxed. Her arm just does this.
Whenever I make this recipe with Blake, he does a dark chocolate ganache and puts it over. Then we have 5 tablespoons of milk and 5 cups of powdered sugar. Add this, and then add the last cup. And then of course you can mess around with the consistency and add more milk or more powdered sugar.
You are so precious, so precious.
We needed to do a little switch.
Well, it was more like I wanted the Rainy. Rainy was perfectly content. She was just so snuggly. I was like, hey,
I'll share.
that is done. That is ready. That is beautiful.
Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Oh, that's pretty.
You want to make sure that your cake is room temperature or even colder. And why that is because buttercream, obviously, is a lot of butter. And so if it melts, it will ruin the consistency of your frosting.
Rainy Roo is really watching. Really watching, Mama.
You are going to be a foodie like your parents.
Oh, yes, and her
Yes.
grandparents.
Oh, yes, you are. Why I love having a little extra is because how I take it out is I just pull up, easy peasy.
Nice. Nice.
And it gives you that smooth layer, but I'm actually gonna put this layer down.
I love that.
Because if we have a little character to the cake.
I really like the way the parchment paper makes it look artisan and gives it character.
Yeah, and I love the way that it makes it easy.
Yes. Madeline, you've always been very efficient, but do you feel like since becoming a mom, you've become more efficient?
I think that I've always enjoyed organization and efficiency.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed it. And as a mom, it's a necessity. Like one thing I said is to one of my friends, is I said that marriage is wonderful because you have the opportunity to serve someone every day.
That's good.
Motherhood is amazing because you have the obligation, the requirement, the necessity to serve someone every hour of every day. So
It's well said.
and it's also a lot of fun to serve.
Oh, it is.
Blake in internal medicine is getting less sleep than I am.
Oh, her synapses are firing. I can almost hear them. She sees herself in a mirror and she smiles so big. She loves that cute baby.
And she
doesn't know
talks
it's
to
her.
that cute baby.
She does talk to that cute baby. It is the funniest thing ever.
There we go.
It's beautiful. Y'all, thanks so much for cooking with us today in Madeline's kitchen. Madeline, thanks for letting me come and cook with you and Rainy Roo. It was so much fun.
Thank you for coming.
Don't forget to thank Jesus.
And enjoy.
See you next time.